Happy Sunday evening, everyone. Welcome to Turn 1. I'm Sean Fitz. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Sunday Night Thunder getting ready to kick off out here in California Auto Club with the Sim 500 drivers. This is going to be a heck of a race. I'm glad you're with us. I'm Sean Fitz. Again, thanks so much for being here. 63 laps of truck racing Sunday Thunder action. Getting ready to kick off here. Tyler Dalton up front. Jason Karlovich, row number 1. Byron Daly, Jose Gonzalez, row number 2. Anthony Calatoni, EJ O'Rourke, row number 3 here tonight. It is going to be a fun evening here at Auto Club. We saw a phenomenal race with the OSR group under the lights Thursday night. I imagine we're going to see just as an exciting event here today out of the Sim 500 team. Again, 63 laps of official racing here tonight with a couple opportunities to go green, white, checkered, and a couple pits, or a couple tires in the pits. We'll see how things turn out as they get ready to go green flag racing here at Auto Club. Streaming live at all 3 platforms. You can find us Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Just search Turn 1 Broadcasting. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, do what you need to do to get connected to us. We appreciate you being here. The pace truck, it's going to duck down pit road. Up front, familiar names, Tyler Dalton, Jason Karlovich. Going to bring him through the starting zone. And the green flag is out. We're underway. Sunday Night Thunder. Green flag at Auto Club. Clean and green as they roll through the entrance to turn number 1 for the first time here tonight, getting up to speed. Tyler Dalton out front, free and clear. Byron Daly on the bumper. 2 and 3 wide, back behind them as they start to single file out the top 5, rolling into turn 3 for the first time. Tyler Dalton on the bottom, right down the white line. We're going to see a little bit of a different track here today, obviously. Auto Club, under the lights, the track's a little cooler, a little bit more grip in a couple different places. Today, the sun's out, and it's heating up the asphalt. You're going to have to figure out the lane that works. And keep in mind, this tire fall off is going to be about 2.5 seconds over 20 laps. And right there, you see Byron Daly on the outside. He's going to slow down Tyler Dalton's charge. Dalton couldn't bring that truck up to the top of the track like he wanted, and Daly's going to have the momentum take that spot away as they roll off into turn 3. A little further on back, EJ O'Rourke. That's Jason Karlovich fighting it out there as well as Dalton England, Jose Gonzalez all back there mixing it up. They're all battling for a top 5 spot. As we see EJ O'Rourke really send it out to the outside. That 41 truck just set the fastest lap of the race so far. 40.93 to everybody else is around him. 41 threes, 41 fours, things like that. So EJ O'Rourke putting a hurting on him early here. And he's going to have the lead, roll it into 3. He's also going to have the momentum. O'Rourke's going to ride the high side. Motoring past our leader like nothing can stop him. He's going to lead that lap. Lap number 4 here in the books. Again, we saw Thursday night on turn 1, Ohio Sim Racing's group take on Auto Club at night in the Xfinity Series. Tire fall off was just about 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds every 20 or so laps. These drivers are going out there for 65. And it's going to be interesting to see how this materializes for this group and what the tires do. They do have 3 sets in the pits. They're going to want them every about 15 laps or so. Doesn't mean they'll get them, but they will certainly want them. Because we've got a battle back here, basically 4th on back. is nobody can really get weight of anyone. That's Tyler Dalton. That's actually second all back. Tyler Dalton, Dalton England. Byron Daly now having a little bit of trouble. Jose Gonzalez back here in this mix. Woo, big wiggle. That may have been Gonzalez. I believe it was, went from the top to the bottom there expeditedly. Nonetheless, they keep it green here. EJ O'Rourke out front, and he's not going to be able to walk away too far here. 4/10 a second up front and in on cruise. Side by side there for second. That's Tyler Dalton, Dalton England. These two have been battling week over week up front. Right now fighting for P2 in the early going here at Auto Club Sim 500 group. That's Sunday Night Thunder. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Like I mentioned, we had a heck of a race here on Thursday night. This is turning out to be just as exciting. Tyler Dalton able to get shake loose third place now. Going to go back up there, challenge for the lead over EJ O'Rourke. But Chad Coleman's moving up through the field. We talked to him last week. Had a great run out of Coleman. Jose Gonzalez, Glenn Campbell, Anthony Calatoni, Byron Daly now starting up front all the way back tonight. Jason Kulovich also starting up front. He's back in 10th. Everybody started to scatter out, trying to find a line that works best for them in the handling of these trucks. But now Tyler Dalton all over the bumper of the 41 of EJ O'Rourke. This is going to show you, this is probably going to be well, let's rephrase that. This is most likely going to be due to EJ O'Rourke pushing those tires early. We saw him really putting some lap times down, running almost 2/10 faster than our leaders. The first couple laps there was able to take the lead away. But now Tyler Dalton hunting back for that position, running identical lap times last time by. Tyler Dalton, EJ O'Rourke running some very similar lap times, 1/100th slower as Dalton's going to look under O'Rourke. This is where O'Rourke took that spot away for the lead. Was able to hold off the top side. Dalton needed it to free up the truck and open his hands a little bit coming off the corner. Couldn't do it that time by. Sending it all the way back down to the bottom of the racetrack. Tyler Dalton is going to slide back up. Still not going to be clear, but hanging door to door with O'Rourke. Back behind him, that's Dalton England in that bright baby blue truck. Riding around in third, and then that's Chad Coleman. There, he's up 10 spots tonight, now 38 machine. Into the top 5. And another attempt at the pass there. Dalton just needs that top line to free up a little bit. He needs to be able to slide the truck up there to have a potential run for that spot. Now Dalton is actually just going to drive around the high side. He's going to send it hard on Tyler Dalton. He's going to get that spot away. Nearly took the lead away from EJ O'Rourke. Now, Dalton England on the bottom in the same spot that Tyler Dalton was in. Right to the bottom he goes in that 40 truck. He's going to try to slide across the nose. He's going to get the pass done. And then now it's going to move the 41 to the bottom. What does this do for the 41 here? It's the first time he's been out of position for the last 8 or 10 laps or so. He's going to run the bottom, and he's going to slide up in front of Dalton England. Going to run him all the way to the bottom of the racetrack. Take the airway. Oh, the caution's out. We got trucks sliding around. We have several trucks in the grass. One across the grass, one across the track. And that's going to bring the caution out for the first time here tonight on lap number 12. Sunday Night Thunder right here on turn 1. See if we can figure out what may have brought that caution out for us. A lot of trucks showing off track. Let's go back here. It may have had something to do with Stephen Miles, Scott Simley, and a couple others. Oh, yeah. That happened right there off of turn number 2, or turn 4. Got it a little loose. Trying to save it. And then I think that kind of spun everybody else around. And then it looks like Randy Yoakum may have been involved. Kind of in the end of this, yeah, it just looks like, oh, that everybody kind of went everywhere on that one. That's going to damage some trucks here tonight. And unfortunately take a couple of these guys out of the running for some competitive racing here at Auto Club. As everybody is on pit road for the first time here tonight. Lap number 13. Green, or under caution for the first time. Left and rights going on. The trucks here for the Sim 500 Sunday Night Thunder group. A little bit of fuel as well. EJ O'Rourke's going to slide out, but it looks like Alan Wild may have beat him to it. Alan looks like that may be a 2-tire stop. EJ O'Rourke, Dalton England, Anthony Calatoni coming out. 3 trucks electing not to come down pit road just yet. That's Rick Ellison, Michael Sharp. Those was just 2, rather. Michael Sharp and Rick Ellison. We'll see how that materializes. We're going to step away for just a moment. You're watching Turn 1. Getting ready to get back green flag racing here at the tail end of lap number 14. Sunday Night Thunder here at Auto Club. Sim 500 group live right here on turn 1. And it's kind of a surprising call, but we'll see if it plays off for him. If he can stay up front. Rick Ellison electing to not come down pit road. We're going to find out how critical those tires are as they go back through the restart zone. The green flag back out. Lap number 15. They're really going to get scattered out up front. EJ O'Rourke looking to make a move. So far, that no-pin strategy not paying off. We see Ellison sliding back hard on the high side. He's already back to 14. And that, a little bit of stumble on the front of the field is going to give O'Rourke what he wanted, a little bit of a breakaway. Calatoni's with him, Anthony Wild. And then Dalton England in 4th. And Cody Keller, P5. Tyler Dalton, back P6. We're going to have to keep a close eye on this and see what it shakes out for that 19 truck. What can he do to recover? In the meantime, back out up front, EJ O'Rourke. See if he gets back to that high line he was so comfortably running at the start of this race, under 4 tires and a fresh tank of gas. They can go, he has to technically stop one more time to get to the end of this race here tonight. We'll see what all this shakes out. And if it stays green from here on out, you know, we've seen some really great green flag racing here at Auto Club. If it stays that way, what then can you do from a strategy perspective? If you're anybody else, if you're sitting 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and you need an opportunity, you want to run a tire strategy, maybe pit a little early, get up front, and hope for some cautions. That's certainly a play that you can make here. Strategy, all possible at Auto Club. It's multi-groove. You can kind of run wherever you feel comfortable. Top side, low side, and the middle. Each seam almost represents a lane here. We've seen 3 and 4 wide lap over lap racing. And it is all possible here. What used to be in real life a fantastic racetrack. Out front right now, O'Rourke easily controlling the lead here in front of Anthony Calatoni. Dalton England sitting P2 or sitting P3. Cody Keller was fast steering warm-ups. He's sitting P4. Jose Gonzalez, your top 5. Mike Kelly, Tyler Dalton, Chad Coleman, Byron Daly, Glenn Campbell, all rounding out the top 10. Everybody is kind of settled in here, mostly single file through the field. We saw a big knot of racing happening right around 15th or so, but everybody's kind of back to minding their P's and Q's on the racetrack. Looking as far back here as 27th so far. Everybody's just cruising. Taking a look at a couple trucks damaged during that incident. That's Brian Wertman. Doug Sigmund looks like he is slow coming back onto the track. Jason Karlovich looks like he is disconnected. I think Jason got a bad end of that incident. That caution that came out here coming up on lap number 13. What was going to be a really competitive night for Jason, unfortunately going to end in the pits. Michael Sharp coming down pit road. Not sure what this is for, but he is headed to the box. In the meantime, up front, our leader, EJ O'Rourke, Calatoni's going to move up just a little bit, about 2 lanes to the top of the track. Look for a little bit of pace. His tires now have about 5 green flag laps on them. Are starting to change as the driver can start to feel them. Adjust a little bit, a little less grip. You know they're going to start fading here, so you've got to get into more not necessarily conservation mode, but you got to get into a place where you're comfortable, where you're not burning them up too hard, you're not driving them too hard, and you know that you're going to be able to run with them for another 20 laps and not completely fall off. O'Rourke out front now, just about 2 tenths or so. Last time by a 41.74. That's about a second off their fastest. Lap time starting to come down a little bit here as these tires begin to wear. And we'll see who has been saving and who hasn't, especially in this single file format. Now that everybody's kind of been able to run their own line here and find a place that's comfortable on the track, they are going to be able to run they're going to be able to, we're going to see who saved and who's pushed really hard. As we see Dalton England now starting to close in on the bumper of Anthony Calatoni. Free and clear up front as they come across the stripe. Lap number 23 at 65. Sim 500 Sunday Night Thunder right here on turn one. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Little sideways, little side-by-side battle here for third. That's going to be the 69 truck of Cody Keller alongside Dalton England. Trying to make it interesting in the meantime, though. Everybody's starting to get bottled up here behind EJ O'Rourke. Dalton England was looking for a place to go behind Calatoni there. That's going to slow down his quarter entry a little bit. I think we're starting to see the lap times of the top four trucks get to they're starting to even out across one another. Last time by 42:18. The top three trucks ran identical lap times. Who didn't run an identical lap time, though, is that Cody Keller machine. He was about a full tenth faster than everybody that lap. Followed up with Jose Gonzalez. We'll see what that shakes out to. Not much of a draft factor here, maybe a little bit down the backstretch, but really more just a nudge than anything. As we see Dalton England now motor underneath Anthony Calatoni, and he doesn't need to slide all the way up the track to make the pass complete. Dalton England now is going to have that second spot secured and probably out of turn two here, firmly again or alongside the door. EJ O'Rourke has moved back to the high side. That's going to allow the bottom to start to get a little aggressive. And you see England there. Makes the pass on Calatoni. Calatoni's into the wall twice there, I believe. If he wasn't, it was very close. England's going to dive back down to the bottom again, looking for a little bit of speed. Kind of the short way around the racetrack here. He's going to could have moved up and taken the air off the nose of Anthony Calatoni. He's not going to do so. EJ O'Rourke's going to just hang on here again, go back to the high side. You're going to see Dalton England move deep to the low side. They've got to work around that high side, had to work around a lap truck. That may slow him down a little bit. The 40 had a problem there as well. He had to, he was going to move up the track, assuming the leader was not going to be right there parallel with him, and all of a sudden, O'Rourke and England nearly got into one another on the opposite end of the racetrack. That's going to slow a lap down here. In the meantime, things are starting to get a little crazy towards the back here. Calatoni stuck behind that lap truck, and they're 4 and 5 wide going into one. Oh, that's not that lap truck. That's the 69. Definitely not a lap truck. That's Cody Keller. They're all 2 and 3 wide back there behind them. In the meantime, we look up front. EJ O'Rourke broken away. 4 or 5 truck car length away here. Truck length away. Lead on the 40 truck as they start to chase down more lap traffic. Single file they'll go for the top 5. And by the way, you know how we were talking about tire fall off and what that could mean? I also don't know. He may have gotten into the wall. Anthony Calatoni in a little bit of trouble. He went from 2nd to 10th in about 3 laps. Not looking so hot right now. That 84 Hendrick Cars paid scheme on that Chevy Silverado. Oh, big wiggle. That was huge out of Byron Daly. Coming down the backstretch as the 40 and the 41 fan out again. The 40 is going to drive her in deep, try to take the air off the 41. Almost shut the door, thought better of it. That may have been an incident there that just got saved as they come across the stripe here. Again.